Most riders think performance upgrades need a pro mechanic or an expensive shop visit. But some of the best improvements, you can do them at home, often in under an hour. In this video, we are going to discuss 10 low-cost, high-impact mods you can install yourself. They're smart, safe, and shops rarely mention them. Number 1. Bar end turn signals, your secret visibility weapon. Let's start with visibility. Your factory turn signals are usually positioned in places that aren't ideal for being seen from all angles. Bar end turn signals fix that by putting bright LEDs right at the ends of your handlebars, where drivers naturally look when checking for hand movement. That means increased visibility from the front and especially from the sides, something stock lights often fail at. You'll find these in LED form, and most are universal. All it takes is removing the existing bar end weight, running wiring through the bars or underneath, and connecting to your turn signal circuit. You might need an LED flasher relay or resistors if your system isn't plug and play. This mod is clean, minimal, and practical. It's also overlooked by many riders. And because most shops focus on OEM parts or bundled light kits, they rarely bring these up. They're not just cosmetic, they're a real safety upgrade, and once you install a set, you'll never want to go back to bulky stock signals again. Let's keep the visibility theme going, because what happens behind you matters just as much. Number 2. Brake light modulators, your best defense against rear-enders. One of the biggest risks when you're riding in traffic is getting hit from behind. Drivers often zone out or look at their phones. A simple brake light modulator grabs their attention exactly when you need it, right as you're slowing down. It works by pulsing your brake light rapidly for a second or two when you apply the brakes. This flash pattern is proven to increase driver reaction time. After the initial pulses, the light stays solid, just like normal. Installation is straightforward. You wire the modulator in line between your brake switch and tail light, often under your seat. Most models come with clear instructions and color-coded wiring. Some states or provinces have specific rules about flashing brake lights. Generally, modulators that pulse briefly before going solid are legal across most of the US and the EU. Always double-check your local laws just to be safe. This mod takes about 30 minutes to install and could be the difference between a near miss and an accident. Now that we've covered front and rear visibility, let's talk about staying connected without frying your battery. Number 3. Waterproof USB charging port with a kill switch. We've all had that moment. GPS is running, your phone battery's low, and there's no charger on your bike. That's why adding a waterproof USB charging port is such a useful upgrade. But here's the trick. Wire in a toggle switch. Many USB chargers draw a small current even when the bike is off. Over time, that can drain your battery, especially if your bike sits for a few days. A simple rocker or push-button switch prevents this completely. Look for ports rated IP67 or better. These are sealed against dust and rain. You can mount it to your handlebars, inside your tank bag, or even under the seat. For wiring, go directly to your battery, or use a relay if you're running multiple accessories. This isn't just about convenience. It's about keeping your battery healthy and preventing overdraw. Now that you're powered up and visible, let's protect something even more vital. Your radiator. Number 4. Radiator guards. Don't cut your ride short. Prevent damage from debris. Your radiator is exposed to everything on the road. Gravel, bugs, tire shrapnel. One sharp rock can puncture it, causing a coolant leak and leaving you stranded. A radiator guard is a simple piece of perforated aluminum or stainless mesh that mounts in front of your radiator. It blocks debris while still allowing airflow. Some bikes come with one from the factory, but many do not, even adventure bikes. check yours. If it's bare, it's worth upgrading. Installation usually takes less than 30 minutes. Some guards bolt on using existing radiator mounts, while others use brackets or zip ties. You can buy pre-made guards for $40 to $100 or make your own using a metal sheet and basic tools. Either way, it'll save you hundreds in repair costs. So we've covered protection from the outside. But what about inside your wiring? Let's clean that up next. Number 5, auxiliary fuse block. Upgrade from spaghetti wiring to pro-level setup. When you start adding accessories, phone chargers, extra lights, heated grips, it's tempting to wire everything straight to the battery. But that leads to messy, unsafe wiring. An auxiliary fuse block solves this. It gives you a central location to wire in all your electrical accessories, with each circuit individually fused. For the best setup, connect your fuse block to the battery through a relay that's triggered by your ignition. That way, your accessories only draw power when the bike is running. No more drained batteries or guessing which wire does what. Brands like Eastern Beaver and PDM60 offer ready-to-install kits, or you can build your own for less using an automotive-style fuse panel. Once installed, it makes adding or removing accessories clean and organized. And if something goes wrong, you know exactly which fuse to check. Let's move from the electrics back to your suspension now, 'cause one small mod can make a huge difference in how your bike handles. Number 6, fork preload adjusters, your suspension's missing link. Most stock suspensions are set for an average rider weight, around 160 to 180 pounds. If you're heavier, lighter, or carry a passenger, your bike's front suspension isn't working as it should. Fork preload adjusters let you fine-tune the tension on your fork springs without opening up the forks. You simply twist the cap to compress or release the spring slightly, adjusting ride height and firmness. They replace or sit on top of your existing fork caps. Many are bolt-on for bikes with standard fork tubes. Some models require minor mods, but the effort's worth it. This gives you better braking feel, more stable cornering, and the ability to adapt your bike for different loads. Expect to pay around $60 to $100, depending on your bike model. Shops usually skip this unless you're paying for a full suspension rebuild, but preload adjusters are a small investment with a big payoff. Now let's talk about a $15 part that quietly protects your engine every time you ride. Number 7, magnetic drain plug. Metal in your oil? This plug knows first. Engine oil is your bike's lifeblood, but it can also be the first place where signs of damage show up. A magnetic drain plug helps you catch problems early. It replaces your stock oil drain bolt with one that has a magnet at the tip. As oil circulates, tiny metal particles from engine wear stick to the magnet instead of floating through your oil or clogging the filter. And when you do an oil change, just check the magnet. A small fuzz of metal is normal, but chunks or flakes, that's a red flag. You got an early warning before things get worse. Installation is just like changing your oil. Use the correct thread and torque spec for your bike, and you're good. At 10 to 25, it's a smart upgrade that gives you information and peace of mind. Speaking of maintenance, what if you could bleed your brakes easily with no helper? Here's how. Number 8, speed bleeders. Bleed brakes solo with no fuss. Bleeding brakes usually means calling a friend, juggling a hose, and trying not to spill fluid. Speed bleeders make that a one-person job. They look like standard bleeder screws, but have a built-in one-way valve. When you loosen them, brake fluid and air flow out as you squeeze the lever, but no air gets sucked back in. Install is simple. Just replace your stock bleeder screws with speed bleeders of the same thread size. Use a wrench and some thread sealant if needed. You'll need to open them slightly, pump the brake lever, and watch as old fluid and bubbles exit. When you're done, close them up and top off the reservoir. They cost around $15 to $30 a pair, and they work on both brake and hydraulic clutch systems. Brake fluid should be changed every 1 to 2 years, and this mod makes it easy enough that you'll do it. Now let's talk about a clever little device that could genuinely save your life. Number 9. Turn signal cancel module. No more forgetting your blinker. Forgetting to cancel your turn signal isn't just embarrassing, it's dangerous. Drivers may think you're turning when you're not, and that can lead to collisions. A turn signal cancel module solves this by automatically switching off your blinkers after a turn or a set amount of time. Some work with timers, others use sensors to detect lean angle or vibrations. If your bike doesn't already have self-canceling signals, these can be added. Brands like Smart Turn System offer universal modules that connect to your existing wiring. Installation may involve some splicing and mounting a small sensor. Once installed, the system activates with your normal switch, then cancels after you finish turning. It feels seamless, and you'll never leave a blinker on again. Depending on features, expect to pay $80 to $150. With that sorted, let's finish where we started, by improving what you see behind you. Number 10. Bar end mirrors, because stock mirrors barely show what's behind you. Most factory mirrors show you a great view of your elbows, but not much else. Bar end mirrors fix that by moving the reflective surface outward and downward, giving you a wider, cleaner view. These mirrors attach to the ends of your handlebars and are highly adjustable. Vibration is often reduced since they're not mounted to the fairing or stalks. They work with most bikes that have hollow handlebars. Just remove the bar end weights, install the mirror clamp or insert, and tighten everything down. Some setups may need an adapter or expansion plug. Prices range from $30 for budget pairs to over $100 for high-end brands like CRG or Rizoma. Not only do they improve safety, but they also clean up the look of your front end, and once you use them, you'll wonder why stock mirrors are still a thing. That's 10 secret motorcycle mods you can install yourself. No shop, no drama, and no overpriced labor charges. These upgrades aren't just about style. They're about riding smarter, safer, and with more control. If this helped, hit like and subscribe for more DIY upgrades and riding tips. Ride safe, and I'll see you in the next one.